Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
At the center of the entertainment industry storm, Yulong and Yang Mimi's wedding became the hottest topic online. Flowers, applause, and a packed house of guests reminiscent of a fairy tale feast. However, just as everyone was immersed in the atmosphere of happiness and romance, a sharp question suddenly became a trending topic. Yulong didn't invite his parents to the wedding. Public opinion was immediately in turmoil. Some questioned whether he had a rift with his parents, others speculated about hidden family conflicts. Some even suggested that Yulong had long severed ties with his parents, leading to his indifference to such a major event. These various opinions thrust the sweet ceremony, originally meant for just two people, under the public microscope. However, was the truth really so cold? A careful review of Yulong's words and actions during this period reveals that he has repeatedly emphasized the importance of family in interviews and expressed gratitude to his parents. It seems that his failure to invite his parents isn't necessarily a sign of alienation or rift as imagined, but rather a more complex situation. Perhaps there's a hidden story behind this, a helpless choice, or even a protective act of kindness. The truth, as it gradually emerged, was both comical and heartbreaking. Do you also wonder what secrets lie behind this turmoil? It wasn't that Yulong hadn't informed his parents, but rather that they had something urgent to do and arrived late. Guests had already arrived, and media cameras were already focused on the scene, but the parents hadn't shown up, instantly fueling rumors. Some interpreted this as irrefutable proof, concluding that there must be a generational conflict, but the reality was quite the opposite. When the parents finally appeared in the wedding hall, the atmosphere reached a fever pitch. The mother, tears in her eyes, held her son's hand tightly, as if silently assuring everyone, this wasn't just a wedding, but a celebration of family and love. The father, reserved and solemn, silently watched the bride and groom on stage, his eyes filled with pride and joy. These images, captured by the media, quickly went viral online, making the earlier skepticism seem even more ironic. It turns out that the so-called absence was merely a misalignment in time, while the true reality was a belated display of warmth and protection. As someone commented, a wedding is both a celebration of love and a continuation of family affection. External speculation is ultimately no match for the embraces and smiles of family. Yulong, the tough, steely figure in the short film, finally welcomed the most important moment of his life, his wedding. On stage, he is always resolute and courageous, his eyes like a knife, and his fight scenes are thrilling. But when it came to facing love and vows, he was so nervous that his palms sweated, and he even stuttered during his vows. This contrast instantly struck a chord with countless viewers. It turns out that even the most formidable of men can be tender and compassionate in front of their loved ones. Fans joked, on screen, he's a fierce warrior, but in real life, he's a little puppy in front of his wife. Others lamented, this is the true tenderness of a tough guy. Indeed, Yulong, from carrying bricks on a construction site to rising to fame, has weathered countless trials and tribulations, yet he has always remained true to his original aspirations. Under the spotlight, he's the tough, stoic character in his skits, yet in real life, he reserves his most tender side for the one and only woman in his heart. When he uttered those clumsy yet resolute vows, "I'll only recognize you in this life," the audience fell silent, reduced only to the echo of heartbeats. At that moment, he was no longer just a character on screen, but a man who guarded his love with all his heart. Perhaps this is what moved his fans the most. No matter how dazzling a star, no matter how tough an image, ultimately, it can't match the tenderness and sincerity bestowed upon him by love. Who could have imagined that Yulong, the impenetrable, powerful figure on screen, would be as soft as a marshmallow on his wedding day? No luxury hotel or extravagant setting, he chose to set up a banquet with 30 tables at a restaurant in his hometown, celebrating the most important moment of his life at a place he knew best. His suit wasn't custom-made, but left over from filming 2 years ago. Yet, in his eyes, this wedding held a greater significance than any other grand occasion. When he looked at his bride, his eyes were filled with unconcealed affection and deep affection. During the exchange of rings, his hands shook with nervousness. He stumbled 3 times while reciting his vows, so anxious that he simply stuffed the script into his pocket, his face flushing as he blurted out, "Anyway, you're the only one I'll ever have in my life." This scene had the audience's relatives clapping their hands in laughter, and the atmosphere was as lively as Chinese New Year. The bride's wedding dress was a testament to Yulong's meticulousness. It said that he personally traveled to 3 cities and tried on a total of 28 dresses before finally finding one that satisfied her. His meticulousness, bordering on stubbornness, was a stark contrast to the rough-minded man he portrays on screen. While the wedding might have seemed simple to outsiders, in their hearts, it was a truly heartfelt and romantic ceremony. He appears a tough guy on screen, yet in real life, he devotes all his tenderness and patience to his beloved. It's no wonder this contrast inspires the sentiment, "This is true love." His fans' well wishes were filled with a warm, understanding heart. The news of his marriage instantly exploded on social media, with everyone expressing their love and understanding for him in familiar ways, flooding the screen with comments and jokes. Some dug up a line he'd said in an early interview, "I want to find someone who can tolerate my bad temper," and quipped, "My sister-in-law must be the chosen one." Others shared old photos of him handing water to extras during a break, lamenting, "I knew brother Long was cold on the outside, but warm on the inside." A discerning fan dug into the bride's WeChat moments and discovered that Yulong's birthday gift last year was a hand-carved wooden sign with the words, "You have the final say at home," scribbled crookedly on it. This scene cracked up netizens, who exclaimed, "This iron-blooded straight man's romance is too damn good." It was this adorable contrast that sent the hashtag #YulongIronMan tender soaring to the top of the search list, where it continues to trend. On screen, he's a stern, hard-nosed man with a real heart. In real life, he can smooth over any edge for his love, willingly clumsy yet sincere. Fans have watched him rise from carrying bricks on a construction site to becoming a top star, and now in a marriage, feeling as if they've accompanied him throughout his growth, witnessing the soft yet resolute heart beneath his tough exterior. Perhaps this is what moves them so deeply. Even the most ruthless heroes will eventually bow their heads in love, learning to be gentle and protective. And this reality is precisely what touches the heart more than any script. Those who know him know that Yulong's journey to this point wasn't built on background or shortcuts, but on a piecemeal, unwavering dedication and perseverance. Though not a professional actor, he spent his early years carrying bricks on construction sites, covered in dust, yet he never gave up on his dream of becoming an actor. While playing a minor role, a director publicly scolded him for having dead eyes. During that time, he practiced in front of the mirror every night, practicing until his voice was hoarse and his eyes were red. It was this stubborn determination that propelled him from minor roles to the star he is today. After achieving fame, his salary increased dozens of times, yet he still lived an ordinary life. Fans joked that he was stingy, but he responded bluntly, "Once I've saved enough, I'll buy my parents and my wife a big house. Only then will I feel confident." This simplicity is more reassuring than luxury cars and mansions. For this wedding, he even specially invited the extras from the crew to sit at the same table. Others may see them as just a few insignificant actors, but he remembers them clearly. "Back then, I knew nothing, but they took care of me a lot." This simple thank you completely broke everyone's defenses. On screen, he is a domineering character. In life, he remembers kindness in his heart, giving tenderness to his lover and responsibility to his family. Perhaps this is what makes him truly admirable. A tough guy is not only iron-blooded, but also warm and loyal. Who cannot love such a Yulong? Yulong's wedding was free of extravagance and hype, yet the simplest details revealed a genuine warmth. Compared to the extravagant weddings of celebrities, this down-to-earth banquet was more reassuring. He pampered his beloved with the simplest means, cherishing his parents and old friends, never forgetting his roots. Perhaps it's for this reason that he rose from a construction worker to a star, from someone with dead eyes to a man known by his fans as a tough guy with a soft heart. Every step he took reassured him that he was a man of integrity and honesty. As he said, "No matter how tough I am on screen, I always listen to my wife when I'm home." It sounds straightforward, yet it reveals deep affection. He possesses both dominance and tenderness, a heart of sincerity beneath a tough exterior. It's this contrast, this authenticity, that is most moving.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.